Ruby Wolf, take one. My name is Jardin Telling. I'm a musician here in Austin, Texas, and I'm also a part-time sales associate at 24 Hour Fitness. I have been a musician for about the last 10 to 11 years. It's been more merging into full-time really within the last year or so. I guess it was really with guitar is what really got me into music, because I used to write poetry and I used to write a lot. My parents bought me my first guitar when I was 13, 14 years old. It was a $50 bright blue pawn shop guitar because I don't think they had much faith in me that I was actually going to keep up with music. And now, 11 years later, here I am still playing. I definitely pull inspiration from a variety of different people. Tristan Prettyman has always been my number one inspiration in terms of who I look to, in terms of what I'd like to kind of emulate with my sound. But I love Damien Rice, Raylan Montaigne. I have an EP release coming up on July 14th here at Stubbs in Austin. If you would have asked me a year ago if I thought this would ever be possible, I would have said no, considering I had kind of stopped playing music for a while. So I'm very, very happy to have this coming up. It's definitely been with a lot of support from a lot of friends and family, and I'm very excited to finally be able to release an EP with my band in the next month. There is quite a lot that went into the making of our EP, Illuminate. It was definitely a huge effort, not only from my band, but again from friends and family. It all started with a Kickstarter that I had made back in October. Just trying to raise a little bit of money to get to the studio, because it's definitely a very expensive process going in and recording, and then especially having to do all the mixing and mastering as well. We went to the studio, we recorded at Toy Car Studios in South Austin in January of this year. I definitely had no idea how the process was going to go. This is my first time recording with a full band, so I didn't realize that everyone has to track separately, and then you put it all together, and then you do the mixing, and it's just crazy what goes into it. So it's been a long but really awesome process. I do have a website where people can go and listen to my music. It's jardintellingmusic.com. We will be having the tracks up on iTunes and Spotify as well as soon as we get that process completed. So you'll be able to find our music on a bunch of different platforms here very soon. I definitely feel like I have a very unique sound in terms of my style of music. I've been compared a lot to Natalie Merchant, as well as Vanessa Carlton and Michelle Branch. I guess very, very 90s kind of female singer-songwriter musicians. I definitely think we're more indie, Americana folk, sometimes with a little bit of soul, but it's definitely way different when I play solo versus with a full band, because I feel like it really brings out the full sound of the song and what I'm trying to get across. Finding balance has definitely been something that is difficult for me at times, just because there's so many things that I'm trying to accomplish and I want to get done. But the biggest thing that I realized, if there is something that you want and there's something that you want to go after, you're going to stop at nothing to accomplish that goal. For me, trying to find time between my two biggest passions has definitely been hard, because there are times when I want to put more hours into studying and trying to get my certification to become a trainer, but there's also times where I just want to sit down and work on writing a song for hours and hours. And I think the biggest thing is just having a good support system from friends and family. That's been the biggest thing in terms of letting me accomplish what I need to accomplish. Honestly, I feel like in 5 years from now, I just want to be able to still be doing what I love. I feel like I've put off a lot of times what I want to do for other people, or for toxic relationships, or whatever has gone on in my life, and I feel like for the first time I'm really going after my dreams and what I want. And so I feel like in 5 years time I want to be able to maintain that confidence and be able to continue that for years to come, and be playing music still, as well as continuing to train people with certification.